Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Temperate Carnivorous plant update for June. Things are really starting to grow now here in the yard and everything is starting to push out pictures for the summertime. Everything is pretty much out of dormancy now. I'm going to show you some blooms and some buds and some new stuff that I just got as well. So we're going to start with the new stuff here, and this is an amazing Flava Cross Oreophylla Sand Mountain. And it is my biggest Sarracenia yet. All these new ones here came from Dan, so thank you Dan if you're watching this, and thank you Luke if you're watching this for putting that order together for me. So this is a plant that we were looking at there, Luke. It is actually put on the 3 other pictures. This was the picture that you saw in the order sticking out, and it's grown bigger one since then, and it's just amazing size. I cannot get over how big it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Nothing much happening in there yet, but huge plant. Compared to my hand here, it is almost the same size. So let me adjust the tripod down. It has some flowers that are just getting spent on it. They're down way below the pictures. Down in the pot there, I actually planted some seedling Sarracenia as well. So there's a few of those down there. But I thought it was such a nice plant, I gave it a pot all to itself. And we'll move over here. This is the rest of the order. I sort of put it in a little bog garden display. I'm going to show you the other bog gardens that we made together. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the tripod here. That we made together a few months back. They're looking fabulous. They were looking so good that I thought I would do another one. So these are all different hybrids of Sarracenia as well. This is a Flava seedling that I started last year. That is a Ruguli, and I have thrown in a few other carnivorous plants. There's a bigmouth Venus flytrap, some more Sarracenia seedlings that I germinated last year. These guys haven't done much. Again, this is the same order that I just received, so they kind of came in as bare root Romazones, but they're all doing nice, and we have one new pitcher that's formed and quite a bit of new growth. There is a bud on this one here. I know it's not much to look at this one yet, but it definitely will be. It'll be exciting to have all these hybrids. I'm going to lower you back down here a bit just to show you a few other things I did with this little bog. There is Filiformis in there and a few intermedia here. So this bog is one that can stay out all year long, and we have the water tube at the back, and what the water tube does is it allows you to A, see the water level in the actual pot, and B, you can pour the water into there, so you're always flushing fresh water from the bottom up. Keeps the bog a little bit fresher. But we're going to move away from this guy now, and let's head over to the Cobra Lilies. I'll just drag them out here. There we go. So we're going to view them from behind the fence. I don't feel like quite taking them out, but they have done fabulous this year. I cannot believe the picture size on them. The pictures have developed very, very nicely. There's a nice shot of the picture. Cobra Lilies are an amazing plant. Huge growth from last year. This was last year's biggest picture down here. And look at the picture size this year on them. Turn this guy around a bit as well. So Cobra Lilies, another temperate carnivorous plant. They like cool roots and bright light, so it's sometimes hard to achieve. Insects fly up through the bottom here. Underneath these little whiskers or fangs is a little hole. The insect will fly up into the hole, and then in the actual picture itself on the top, there's some clear little, we're going to call them skylights. I don't know if I'll be able to focus on them properly. There we go. And then the insect continually tries to fly up towards the clear patches, and eventually gets tired and falls down the neck of the plant and gets digested. So these guys live on the edge of the pond, and in the hotter weather they will actually end up in that stream over there to stay nice and cool for the summertime. This time of year when it's not too hot, they just love it and just sit here beside the pond. Let's see, what else do we have? We'll go over here. Now, a few of these are not temperate carnivorous plants. A few of these are Capensis sundews here out in the front. These things are so hardy they might as well be temperate almost. I left them out last year by accident, and they did go down below freezing, and they came back very nicely. Some of them came back from the roots. Others actually just came back right from the plant itself. Some flower spikes coming on the Capensis here. Let's see if I can show you that. And behind it is a big Filiformis tracei. That guy I thought I lost. He was out during the harsh winter, and he almost died back to nothing. Out of all the growth points, only one survived, but he's come back fully. Some seedling Flava arugulae. My temperate pings are almost done for the year. They're going to be going dormant again soon. They have such a short growing season to them. They have done their flowering now, and they're going to put on a few more leaves, and then they're going to produce. Okay, cut that one a little short. Battery died, but I'm back now. So these guys are just going into their summer dormancy anyways. Kind of lost my train of thought there. But we will move on to the pots out front now. And so these two planters we made together a few months ago when everything of mine was dormant, and everything of mine is coming back to life nicely now. So I'll bring you in closer, check these out. I love what it's starting to look like. I can't wait for summertime when everything's in full growth. But we'll start with this guy here. So again, you can see the watering tube at the back there. And muzzle them, keep you up high. We have Leucophila here, and Dixie lace down here. This is an Oreophila sand mountain. Some Propria. What else do we have? This is a Jonesii, Rubra Jonesii, and I'll lower it down a bit and get you a little bit closer. It's so interesting. I love this pot. So much is happening in it. So we have some temperate sundews in here. All of these guys here, I don't know if you can see them, are intermedia. We have some flytraps in there. They're doing really well. This is a Sarracenia. It was out last winter and it got really frozen, but it's coming back, just coming back. Some flytraps are doing really well. They're sending up flower spikes, which honestly I'm probably going to pinch off. Once you've seen a Venus flytrap flower spike, unless you want seeds, I recommend just taking it off. It just takes away the nutrients from the plant. But these guys are already even catching their own bugs. Let me see if I can bring in a little bit closer. So you can see that one there at my fingertip has caught a bug. Trap is closed up on it. And yeah, they're doing their thing there. This one's caught a bug in there as well. So that's good. Things are starting to happen with it. I really like how the sort of design of the bog looks with everything sort of mixed together. The Propria is in flower. Proprias have a funny flower, but they smell really interesting. I like the smell of them. I don't know if that's weird or not. Oops. And let's move you off to the next one. And we'll start with an aerial view of that one as well. So this one is similar, being they're planted at the same time. What do we got here? A bunch of lovely Judith Hindle flowers. They're just finishing, actually. That one's lost its petals already. I didn't bother for pollinating them this year. I just haven't had the time. So, but they're looking good. I really like the flowers on them. They've got some nice pictures starting down below here. So you can see the distance between them and the actual flowers. At this point it's about twice as high as the actual pictures. But they're coming up nicely. Seedling Flava at the back here is doing really well. That was a seedling I sowed last year. I'm just going to slowly move you down. Get you a little bit closer. This is Rubra. Another Dixie lace here. It's doing really well. And in this one, I threw in some rotundifolia seeds. So there's some other temperate sundews in this one. They're not quite as big yet because these were actually seeds this year. So I don't know if you can see this properly at my fingertip there. But they're still coming along. They're a whole lot bigger than they were when they were seeds. And I'll finish this video off with a shot of the Propria. Proprias are an awesome little, really hardy pitfall trap type plant. They're one of the only SARs that actually have water in them. The other ones are generally dry inside. They have a lid over them that keeps water out. But you can see the hairs and how they have a bunch of the downward pointing hairs there to stop the bugs from crawling back out. What else? Here's a new picture. If we get away from the flower there. They form quite flat. Very wide and flat. Quite flexible. And then in a week or so, it'll look like this guy up here. Starting to get a bit more form and popping out a little bit. Lots of new growth on these guys. I think this is one of the species, because they're so cold hardy, it really enjoyed our cold winter this year, unlike the rest of them. There is my minor. It's not looking so good. It's not as cold hardy as, say, the Propria here beside it, and it took a beating because it was in a 4-inch pot and it was really cold. So I think these big pots are going to be much easier to winter these guys over. They'll still be able to go dormant, but all the roots are going to be much safer, warmer, and happier in these big pots. So anyways, that is Temperate Carnivorous plant update for June. I hope you liked this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching.